11:11 with Jenna. 11:11 with Jenna. 11:11 with Jenna and Lillian Pearl. What's up, girl? Hi, Pearl. Pearly, Pearl. Pearly loves Peruvian food because that's what we just had. It's kind of bright in here. Can that light be turned off if I go like that? If I just go whoosh, does it turn off? Whoosh. Oh, it's on a rheostat. Check that out. Julie Luce. Hey, William. Hey, Julie. Hey, whoever you lurkers are. What's going on? I am in Oakland, California. And guess who's right there?
Hi, guys. Hi, people.
Patty's there.
Hi, Patty.
Julie's
Hi,
there. William's there.
Hi, William.
And some lurkers, and there you are.
Mm-hmm.
And then we are at my friend Michael's house. Say hi, Michael. Michael is the first, I think you're the first guest. I think you're the first 11:11, other than Grace, on the show in person.
I'm honored.
Because have you been
flattered.
on the show?
Never.
You've never been on the show?
Never been on the show.
But you've watched it kind of from the beginning.
I've watched it many times. I've sent many comments. But I've never been here in person.
And apparently there's tequila.
That's my job. I'm the tequila supplier.
He's the pusher. Hey, Carol. We were talking about you today. Gary Lambert. What's up? Oh, Gary says hi, Mama Grace.
Hi, Gary. How are you?
There she is. Hey, Patty. Oh, well, so there's Patricia K. Marcus, who's my tie-dye Patty girl. I brought the orange and green shirt. I need another dress. Live on stage guests, exactly, our first. And, yeah. And apparently there's tequila. But, so Grace and I flew in yesterday. Lillian, you wouldn't even have known she was there. They didn't know she was there. The pilot was like, there was a dog sitting right there. Yep, right behind. We were in 1A and 1B. We rocked it, right, Gracie?
First class. It was great. Loved it.
We had fun.
A smooth flight. It was very nice.
It was super uneventful. Hi, everybody. Who is everybody? There's 17 of you here right now. So my name is Jenna Mammina. I am here every day at 11:11 a.m. and 11:11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which means it's 8:11 Pacific Standard Time. And we just had Peruvian food. It was so good. We had ceviche and pisco sours and what else, Gracie? Quinoa with beets.
That was good.
And they had some other stuff. But, oh yeah, well, it was... When you could buy a first class ticket for under $200, that's when I do first class. Uh-oh. Here comes the tequila, everybody.
Do you want ice on it?
No.
No ice.
No ice. So, anyway, it's Saturday night, and this morning, it was Saturday morning. One more Saturday morning with Jeff Metzger. But you know what?
Do you want anything?
I'm in Berkeley, and I'm in Oakland. Well, it counts. Jasmine. It's the bomb shit. So Gary's he took a nap. I haven't taken a nap today, Gary. Uh-oh. We have a choice of tequilas here. Let's see what they are.
This is by far the best tequila.
Oh yeah.
Here, this is
coconut. Who does coconut and tequila?
I don't know if you're as much of a coconut fiend as me, so I just thought I'd bring it up.
You heard Melanie's song live. Oh, yay, that was cool. Hey, girl, sorry I couldn't talk to you when you called. So we're drinking. What are you pouring tonight?
Check it out.
We're checking.
Organic tequila that is smooth as silk.
Leonardo! Oh, Leonardo, you need to come and do a show. We need to do a live, in studio with Leonardo. Oh, please, 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 please. So yes, if you watch the show tonight, yay, share it with your friends. And you can go to YouTube and see it later. And yeah, like that. Salud.
Salud.
Check it out.
Hey, everybody.
Check it out.
Enjoy.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Grace, where's yours?
I don't do tequila, thank you. I'm fine.
Why don't you do tequila, Grace?
Because I got sick on it one time. And
That was enough.
that was it.
Coconut anything is great? I don't know. I kind of OD'd on coconut when I did the raw thing because everything was coconut. Oh, you can make coconut pasta and coconut juice and coconut ice cream and coconut bread and coconut. Have you ever had jasmine in your brain before? My brain is jasmined out. So yes, it's one more Saturday night with Gary Lambert, and I'm trying to see if he's gonna come on this way. And if he doesn't come on this way, then I'm hoping he calls on that other number, and we'll see what we do. So I'm gonna sit here and actually hold the phone with my hand. Oh, it's the best. Hi, Patty. I miss you, Patty. Rob Morocco. Do 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 do. Rob Morocco. So I could show you guys a little bit. Like this is like a you saw San Francisco last night. Now you can see Oakland a little bit.
Oh, it's locked.
I can unlock. I thought I could.
Both locked.
Oh, sorry, everybody. Sorry. This is Rockridge. No, I can't do Zoom. Sorry. That was the thing I missed, wasn't it? No, I can't do Zoom. But I can do lemons. Rob Morocco. It's a Meyer lemon tree. No, I'm not on my laptop because that's still in the suitcase. But what we can do, Gary Lambert, is try to do the Facebook thing where I'm going to invite you to watch, but then you can also guest requests. How do I do that? You can request to join my broadcast. I have it on. I invited you already, but I'm going to try to find you here. Yeah, you've already been invited, Gary Lambert, but I'll invite you again anyway, this other way. Oh, yep. You're sent. Yeah, it's Meyer. It's the real deal. And look at the birds of paradise. So there are 16 of you. Who are you? Who? I really want to know. We went to dinner outside at a restaurant, not inside at a restaurant. Outside. Hold on, I have to lock the doors. Hey, Bill.
Yeah, that's okay.
Not FaceTime, Gary. Let's try the other way. Try to jump on the show. So request to come on.
I'm getting the lagged version of.
Are you? It's weird, right? Whoa.
Okay, I'm
Well,
turning it off.
Let's see. Yeah, Gary. Come on, Gary. Hey, Michael. Hi.
Is that a thing?
Is that the thing that can only be done on the phone? I think you can do it on your laptop, but maybe try it on your phone. I don't know. Let me take a sip of tequila and I might come up with a really great idea.
Like maybe turn my computer on?
No, because then I have to punch in all kinds of stuff, and then it takes you off your Facebook. And so, yeah, Gary, if you could get on your phone or your iPad, but I thought you could do it from your computer too. I'm sorry, everything got a little bit too. That'll take a minute, so we can just sit here and talk. So who's here? What's going on? Who's drinking what? What's happening? What'd you have for dinner tonight? He's laughing at me. Why are you laughing? Because you can't believe what you're seeing right now? Because it's...
Yeah, you're acting like you've had more tequila than you really have.
I just had a sip. Vamp for a bit. I'm going to V-A-M-P, like Lucille Ball did to... Are you checking your texts, Grace? Are you that bored?
No,
Jenna is euphoric because she's back in Oakland.
I'm in the
I want
Bay.
to find it. I want to find find you, but I can't.
Oh, here,
find
give me
you.
your phone. I'm gonna find, well, Grace, you can't find it that way.
I was on Facebook.
Well, you were on settings just now. Where am I, Grace? You have to go to the magnifying glass. Michael's already sleeping over here. Gosh, you guys. It's 11:11 my time.
I yawn after I have my first sip of tequila.
Oh, there's no internet connection. I'm vamping.
There is if you put in the internet.
I'm trying to do
the numbers
like 3 things at one time here.
We're going to lose the audience.
Yeah, I know. It's already gone down to 12.
Uh-oh.
Grace, I think you're just going to have to go live. Is that okay? Like, just kind of sit here and watch me?
All right. I just
Party. I know they are. They're both like this. And I'm sitting here going, can you believe it? Can you believe it?
Well, just hand me my phone then.
Okay, she wants her phone so she can text in case she gets bored.
No, I'm not going to text. Are you on her
He's watching the show.
site?
Where's
Rob Morocco.
Where's Gary Lambert?
I have to vamp. Let's see, I'll
fell
just
asleep.
vamp. No, he's trying to get on his phone because
No internet connection.
they're all, oh, please don't leave. Tell your friends, share the show, Flush oh, that's a good one. So I'm just walking around my friend's house. Chris, I know. So when do we meet up, girl? Because she's a brick house. Say what? Oh, yeah. So this refrigerator does not take a magnet. What are we going to do when we have magnets? You guys, I have 300 magnets that I'm picking up on Thursday. 311 with Jenna magnets that I need to get on your refrigerator. She's like, come on, girl. Chris, will I see you Friday? Are you coming to the show? Come to the show. I'm sitting here vamping right now because Gary said to vamp. And there are 17 people. Who are you? Who are you people? How exciting. So it is Saturday night, and one more Saturday night is what happens on Saturday nights with Gary Lambert. And we're going to do it one way or another. You have a refrigerator. Well, you can put a bunch of magnets on your refrigerator then, because your granddaughter knows how to sing the song. Friday night, I'm playing in Berkeley, and then Sunday night, I'm playing in Oakland, and we might do a house concert somewhere else. I'm not sure yet. Mine doesn't take magnets either. Everyone's dishwasher seems to take the magnet. Yeah, I'm learning that dishwashers can make it happen. So anyway, I'm still vamping because I threw Gary for a loop. I'm sorry, Gary. It didn't. I wasn't meaning for this to happen. We were having dinner. I was going to go back to where we're staying, which is kind of weird because I'm staying in a house that I lived in, but now it's an Airbnb. And try the sides of the fridge. I bet do the sides of your fridge take a magnet? That could be.
Maybe. I don't think so, but
He doesn't think so.
Not mine. Could be somebody else's.
What are you doing? Grace, you still trying to get online?
I'm trying to get on settings for Grace to put the Wi-Fi.
I guess
password.
because she doesn't want to see the real thing. She wants to watch it from her.
No, I want to see who's on.
Oh, right. Grace wants to get in on the action, kids.
She wants to see
Julie's here. Rob's here. Carol's here. Chris is here. Chris, we are in the same time zone. So how do we make it happen when do I get to interview you while you're making some beautiful jewelry? I'm telling you, because I have some jewelry that I need to be remade. I'm telling you. Okay, may I sneak by you because I need to plug in here? Sometimes the power goes out because I walked away. I was vamping for Gary Lambert, and I don't know where he is. So maybe, we'll see who comes back. But we are now in California. In the middle of the evening thing, it's not as easy as you think. This early morning 8:11 thing, it's okay easy, but the 8:11 at night's kind of like, it's kind of easier to do it at 11:11. Hi. Okay. Wow, 9 like that. Hey, Rob Morocco. So I'm just here. Oh, Rob Morocco's watching.
See, it's a dedicated following.
Totally dedicated following. And there's Michael. And there's Grace back there. She's behind a plant. Lillian's nesting over there on some kind of thing. Is that your dog's?
This has been a true test of the loyalty to 1111.
And there are 11 of you here. Hey, the show starts. Now there are 12. Hey, William. Hi, Patty. Hey, Bill. So it's coast to coast right now and Canada. Because whose TV? Someone's is on. Is that Grace's?
Must be Grace.
Grace, is that your show? You're on, Grace. Oh. So this morning we were last night we were in San Francisco. This morning we were in San Francisco. Today we're actually at an 11:11 participant's house. That would be. He's laughing. There you are.
Yes, I'm just normally a member of the audience, very inconspicuous, and now I'm getting all this publicity, which I'm very uncomfortable with, but at least I'm feeding the star of the show good tequila.
Yeah, it's organic tequila. Got to make sure it's organic. So Gary said to vamp, but I'm not sure if Gary's going to make it on. I could do old school Gary, meaning I could FaceTime with you on another phone and I could sit here and hold it till my hand kind of, claws. Caw, caw. Rob Morocco's watching.
Did Gary go to sleep?
Gary, are you still here?
Should I call him?
Oh, that's Lillian's. Lillian's nesting. Is that was that your dog's little thing? Look where she's sleeping.
Oh, look at that. She found it.
She found his dog's. Oh, it's a beautiful house. Isn't that pretty? That's the kitchen. Was this like this?
It was closed. It didn't have a pass-through. It was closed.
So like Laura's, which is closed.
Yeah.
It's about the same size, I think.
Yeah.
Because she has the back bedroom.
I have the back bedroom too.
But hers is that way.
Right.
San Francisco people have a lot of art. So do people in Michigan, but we just don't have anywhere to put it because it's tiny houses. Wake up, Gary. Well, I threw him a curveball. I thought he could just come on this on his laptop, but apparently you can't. Who knew? Did you know? I didn't know. Anyway, hi, Bill. Hey, Rob Morocco's watching. Try inviting you. I did. Okay, I'll do it again. Invite. Wait. Invite. It's sent. And then approve. I'm a. And you may have to turn your phone to landscape. It may ask you to turn your phone to landscape. Wait, let's see if it works. Hey, Melanie. Woo! I'm in the 5'10", girlfriend. I'm in the 5'10", girlfriend.
I just Facebook messaged Gary. Probably
I'm
look at
in
it.
the 5'10", girl. It says we're adding. Connecting. 11. Wait. Bounce.
Hi.
Hi, Gary. Sorry about that.
Yeah, I have to hold the phone in my hand because I don't.
Welcome to my world for the last year and a half.
Yeah.
Hi.
And I'm sunburned.
How come you're sunburned?
I was out all day today, and when you've been in your house for a year,
Yeah.
and you go out you go out in the sun for a whole day, and you don't think about that kind of stuff, and your skin has probably become more susceptible.
Have you never worn sunscreen before?
I've worn sunscreen before, but I didn't expect. It's.
You got super sunburned, brother.
Yeah, I did.
Ow.
But what
Do you
the
have
hell?
any vinegar?
I've got stuff. I didn't realize how sunburned I was until moments before I was about to come on, so I didn't have time to deal with it.
And then put some sunscreen on.
Okay. Well, anyway, so I have to hold my phone not in landscape but in portrait mode. if it was landscape mode, I could put it on my little stand, but it said you have to change to portrait mode. So
Ooh, don't move that. Oh, that's his work stuff. So I want you to meet one of your Facebook 1111 with Jenna friends.
that's Michael Pels.
Michael.
Hey, Gary, how you doing?
Good. I just wished you happy birthday, didn't I?
Thank you. Yes, you did, and I'm grateful for your greetings.
Well,
We were
thanks,
gonna
man.
make something with bananas tonight, but it's tequila. Sorry.
That's that's okay with me. I wish I had some tequila. Um, Now, I've had experiences with organic hooch, not specifically tequila. Now you're sideways, Jenna. That can't.
Sorry, I'm trying to
Okay.
trying to
All right.
make my hand not fall off my hand.
Okay.
You want something to hold your phone up? I got
Do you have something?
Yeah, I do.
You got a thing? He's got a thing. That's a thing. That's a thing. So what did you do today? Oh, look, Gary.
What? Beautiful.
Get one of these jobs.
So I've had the experience with organic spirits that they make you much less prone to hangover. In my
Yeah, that's why I
experience.
try to do everything organic because I the last hangover I had was in New Orleans after a Dr. John concert when my glasses went and hit him.
Oh, the famous Dr. John Glasses incident. Yes.
That's the last time I had a hangover.
Hmm.
And that's the last time I want a hangover.
Yeah. But there was this place on the Lower East Side called
Counter.
Which was unfortunately no longer with us, but was like an organic restaurant and
Yep.
bar, and they had their own organic spirits made for them. And I was at some wild martini overindulgence parties and never had a hangover after
I was at Counter with Warren and a few other people a couple times.
them. Hmm.
That was like the hang after
Yeah,
show.
it was a big Rat Dog Crew hang after Beacon shows. So yeah, Counter was great. I
What
miss it.
did you do today?
Okay.
Tequila. Oh, sorry.
Well, first of all, the day starts with the what did you have for lunch question.
Well, I have to warm up because once I got kicked off tonight, I had to start back over again. Okay, what did
Yeah,
you have for breakfast today?
well, I didn't. My first substantial meal was really lunch because I went to the Bronx today.
You went to the Bronx, really?
Not and oddly enough, not to a Yankees game, which is usually my motivation for going to the Bronx. But I went to the Bronx because I had a plan, and the plan was to go do something very beautiful. But before that, I said I could go to I could go to Arthur Avenue. I could go to Arthur Avenue, which is the Little Italy of the Bronx, the Mulberry Street or Columbus Avenue for those of you in the Bay Area of the Bronx.
Yeah.
And so at about I timed it perfectly because I had to be somewhere at 1 o'clock. Um, so I got there at about 11:30 and they opened for lunch and had some rigatoni al forno. That was
Really? Can you tell the 1111 crew what rigatoni al forno is?
well, it's rigatoni. They give you any choice of pasta you want. They have an incredible variety of pasta at this place. Enzo's on Arthur Avenue. And al forno is like it's got meatballs and Italian sausage and what else? What else? Soppressata, I think. And then it's got ricotta mixed in with the ingredients, and then on top it's got like some volcanic mozzarella melted on top. Woo! So that was serious. That was a hell of a way to start the day.
So that was at noon.
And then I went to the New York Botanical Garden, which is such an incredible,
Incredible up there.
gorgeous, and a place I have not availed myself of nearly enough in my life. And I said, why the hell not? Because it's just extraordinarily beautiful. And they have this amazing both outdoor and indoor exhibit right now by Yaya Kusama, the amazing, amazing Japanese artist. And it's sort of mixed in with all the beautiful growing flowers and
Oh, it's so great up
shrubbery.
there.
Yeah, so
I was there
anyone who
summers ago. It's fabulous.
Yeah, I think this thing's going to be there until next spring, 22. So anyone who's going to be in New York, you
Well,
must.
speaking of, I'm gonna
Yes.
be in New York Labor Day weekend.
Hmm.
It's
Well, I
refreshing to
should be
see you
here.
up close for a change, Gary. Yeah, it's kind of nice that we're like so
Well, except
close.
except
I'm
I'm
eating a Meyer lemon and drinking tequila right now because I
beautiful.
can because it just came off a tree
Yeah.
in Oakland, California.
Okay. I'm actually going to move a little farther away because I'm so damn red that it's unbearable. Um, I'm wearing the
Okay,
hat.
so
I actually have a sunburn line here. So anyway,
ouch.
yeah, it
You
doesn't
put
really
on the
hurt.
vinegar and then your sunscreen.
Yeah, yeah, I'll be fine. You know,
I
it's
don't
not
know.
painful. I'm not painfully burned. I'm
Your
just
the bridge of your nose looks a little painful.
yeah. It does. I'm not feeling it. It's like it's not.
Okay, why
I
did you go to the Bronx? You went so you could go to the
yeah. I mean
botanical gardens.
yeah. The plan was to go to the botanical gardens. Now, because I knew this show was happening, it's a very hot ticket. And I was able to get a reservation for this afternoon.
And it's all
You buy,
time, so there weren't that many
it's all
people
time
there.
timed entry. Yeah. Well, at a botanical garden, there's a lot of room.
That's new to our vocabulary. Timed entry.
Yes. Yes. The I mean, there's plenty of room to range around, so social distancing is not hard at the botanical garden. But they didn't want it to be utterly overrun with people, so it's they handled it very well. And then there are some indoor things where they space out the number of
It's
people who
nice in
can
that
get.
indoor, those really beautiful buildings. There's some
Yeah,
great stuff.
they have that gallery space, and and then there's the conservatory, which has
That's that's towards the end. I saw a Chihuly exhibit there. That was
I missed the Chihuly, which
outstanding.
that's an Oakland connection for me because when I first moved to Oakland, one of my best friends who became actually housemate was a student of Chihuly, and Chihuly was doing a residency at CCAC, and which was just blocks away from where I lived.
Blocks away
Um,
from
Blocks
you.
away from where we're sitting right now.
that's right, you're in Rockridge, so yeah, so
And
I
just
used
so
to
you know, I have my tie-dye dyes. These are dyes of the world socks.
beautiful,
Wake up
beautiful,
to find out that you are the dyes of the world.
love it. Uh,
Dyestheworld.com, Dyes of the World Instagram.
they were actually selling some Kusama socks in the gift shop, but I didn't.
Those
I
would
was
have been
very
kind of
tempted.
cool.
Kusama socks, very, very polka dotty.
So
Now,
everything was outside. Was it in the water and
no,
everything? Hi,
things in
Karen.
things in the water, like floating objects in the water, and then some standing sculptures in the water. And then there were the things that were inside. And they've got one of her. Actually, it won't be open until the summer, but they've got one of her infinity rooms with all these incredible like mirrors that make you feel like you are looking into infinity. And yeah, so it was incredible. Now I did this interesting bit of multitasking because I just started the new Creative Music Studios workshop series, and I didn't realize when I bought the ticket for Kusama that there was going to be some schedule problems. So I actually my entry to Cynthia Bowman is watching.
Cynthia
My
Bowman.
friend Cynthia. Hi, Cynthia. I'm all
Hi,
red. I'm sunburned.
Cynthia.
Uh, don't worry
Gary's
about it. I'll be
sunburned.
fine. I'll be fine. I was out in the Bronx
We're
today.
all super concerned about your sunburn, Gary.
Don't be super concerned. It'll pass. But anyway,
Hey,
so
Jeff. Jeff's in Mexico. Jeff's here one more Saturday
hey
night
Jeff,
and
right?
morning.
So I had to figure out how I could multitask this thing. So my entry to the botanical garden was actually at 2 o'clock.
It's okay, Lil. Sorry.
So
There's somebody walking by.
right, and Lil's in a different environment, so it's got to be somewhat disorienting.
Girl, she was like, I mean, she was on the plane
Oh
yesterday.
no,
The
I mean
captain of the pilot's like, have her come sit up in the cockpit. She hung out in the cockpit.
oh my God, that's hilarious. I love that.
Jeff
Um,
Miller saying hello.
Hi Jeff. I can't really do the comments field because of the I'm holding the phone in my hand and
I'm
it's
actually leaning mine on some Meyer lemons.
That's a beautiful idea. If
Actually,
I,
even more, what's making it stable. Do
hmm
you know that, you know how when you peel a banana, we
hmm
won't actually do it. Do you know when you peel a banana this way and there's all the strings?
yeah,
If you
if
peel
you
it
do it
from
that
this way, no
and
strings,
that and that is how apes peel their banana, and they
no
use the
strings attached.
and the apes use that end of it as a handle because
And they
they're more
use this as the handle.
yes, they're more technologically advanced than we are. You know, they know from bananas better than we do. You
Lillian
know,
Pearl's here. Look, she said Gary Lambert's sunburned.
hi Lillian. Don't worry about me, Lillian. I'm okay. I'll be all right. Um,
How warm is
so
it in New York today? Jeff
it
Metzger wants to know.
it was actually not. It got up to 80 last week. Today it was in the 60s, and when I left the house, it was actually a little breezy. I was wearing a sweater and everything. It got warmer, but not unbearably. But I guess it was sunnier than I thought it would be.
In San Francisco today, it was really nice, but it was really windy. I was on
hmm
18th Street. They've actually shut down part of 18th Street. So where you can walk up and be at Farley's, and there was a
hmm
band playing, and
Oh, excellent.
it's
You
a
know
trip.
what? I think I may have a trick that will allow me to have my phone out of my hand.
Yeah, get some bananas.
No, I don't need bananas.
Yes, we
Um,
have no bananas. We have no bananas today. Where are your
that's right.
bananas, Gary?
Well, I actually I have some. I don't have an excessive amount. I have a
Windy in
normal.
San Francisco today,
Yeah, oh, it
like it
can be.
made you confused, kind of
Yeah,
windy.
yeah. Well, I have a my last purchase of bananas was a more normal quantity.
So, Michael Pell, you two have never met each other.
We're banana brothers.
We are brothers in banana. Yes, indeed. Okay, I'll keep talking. This is going to be
I have a
this is
long history of association with the Banana Brotherhood.
as we all should, I think.
My glass
You know.
is empty here. I'm not quite sure what to do about that.
Hmm.
Uh,
Now, I'm looking
That's
for
really
this
cute.
device I have that will allow me to.
That's good. Ay. Very, very windy in Chicago right now.
Yeah.
So, did you not wear a brimmed hat today when you were outside?
No, I didn't think about it because I haven't been outside in a year. I mean, I just did not think about it because
Dude,
you
I had
forget
I
stuff.
had dinner at a restaurant outside on College Avenue tonight.
Hmm
Pukio.
Puccios. Crazy.
Don't
Like
know that
out
place.
in the street.
Yeah,
It was my first.
sounds
And I was
beautiful.
pretty uptight about it. I was like, yeah, this is really great. Wait.
Well,
Oh,
I actually I actually sat outside at Enzo's on Arthur Avenue, and that I think is when I got the most direct sunlight. It was really bright in that period. Oops, there I
see,
go.
I'm telling you, you need the bananas, brother.
No, I'm setting up my little stand because I realize that I have this thing that can swivel into portrait mode and make life easier for all of us. So, vamp about the tequila. Talk about the tequila with Michael for a minute, and
Well,
then I'll
it's
have.
certified organic tequila. 1, 2, 3 tequila, but this is number 2.
Mm-hmm.
It's made in Mexico.
Uh-huh.
It it's a reposado.
Uh-huh.
It's certified organic.
That's beautiful.
And they are not sponsoring the show, so that's all the plugs that they get.
Well, solicit them as a sponsor.
I would love for you guys to be sponsors of my show. Come on, come on. We could tag them. How do we tag them right now? Let's see.
To go to the website.
Come on, come on, come on, come on.
I bought
1,
that.
2, 3 organic tequila.
I bought it in Point Reyes Station.
Nice.
Very nice.
Rest in white oak barrels, developing spicy riches of vanilla and hint of
Mm.
citrus before it
Oh, that sounds
timely release into hard hand-numbered bottles.
that sounds like a highly viable tequila.
I'm telling you, what's
Yeah.
in the glass? That's what's in the glass, Jeff. What are you drinking? Jeff, what are you drinking? Happy anniversary, Jeff. Today is it 38? I think 32 or 38.
39.
39? Is it 39?
Wow, that's
Is it
impressive.
39?
I thought that's what he said.
You have I know it's in the 30s. Happy anniversary, Lisa. Did your COVID test pass? You have to get a COVID test in Mexico to get out of Mexico. Just like when Lillian would go down, Lillian has to get a test to go into the country and a test
Hmm.
to go out of the country.
Wow.
What are you eating?
Uh,
A banana?
I'm not
Sorry.
eating anything. No, this is my stand that will allow me to not have to hold my phone
Just
and
get
make my
some
life.
water, washcloth. Hey, Carl. What's up, brother? What's going on, Michael? This is your first 11/11? Like, he's never been on the show ever. He's commented a couple of times, and now he's like guest hosting on the show. You're the one?
Yeah.
Guest hosting, but you know what? It's 11/11 with Gary Lambert, and I want to ask Gary Lambert a question.
38.
38. I was close.
38.
Incredible.
And you're drinking Alka-Seltzer? Was it oh no. Did you have a tamale on the street last night about 3 in the morning? Because that's usually what'll do it. Oh yeah, I've got
I like
tamales.
to get Gary to start talking stories, so I got a question.
Okay.
Can I ask it, hostess? Gary, the other, I don't know, must have been a couple weeks ago, I was watching Jay Blakesberg's show.
Uh-huh.
You ever watch it?
I haven't had a chance. I've seen Jay do like his some of his online presentations, but I haven't seen this.
He was interviewing Danny Zalisco.
Yeah, who's a promoter? Yeah.
Right. So I wanted to ask you, he had some great stories, and when I was watching that, I was thinking, this reminds me of Gary Lambert.
Well,
And anyway, I was just wondering if do you have history with him? Do you have stories?
the one bit of contact I had with Danny Zalisco was among my most enjoyable uh, Grateful Dead Las Vegas memories. Because Danny's a Southwestern promoter. He's got Arizona, Nevada, and he was like the co-promoter of the Grateful Dead's Vegas shows with BGP. And the first year that the Dead played the stadium, they had played the Aladdin a couple of times, but this was their first Vegas stadium shows
Nino and I were there.
at the Silver Bowl, Sam Boyd Silver Bowl, which was the most filled that stadium had ever been because UNLV has a great basketball team, but shitty football team. So they never filled that stadium. So the Grateful Dead come to town and they sell 40,000 tickets. And no one had ever had that successful a rock concert in Vegas because Vegas has no indigenous population. It's all, people come in from other places. So that was like it established that venue. So Danny Zalisco acquired for Bill Graham's personal use what had been Frank Sinatra's penthouse at the Sahara.
No.
Yes. And so on the Saturday night of that run, it was just a 2-night run the first year, so it was Saturday and Sunday. So Saturday, the entire BGP crew got completely wrecked.
How fun.
Uh, LSD was consumed, much alcohol was
I don't
consumed.
know
There
what
was
you're talking about.
there were nitrous tanks. There was the whole thing, and we're partying in Sinatra's penthouse.
Damn.
And so they had a stereo in there, and people put on like just like lame early '90s rock music, and I just said I said to Bill, Bill, this is wrong. I can go down to the car and get the Sinatra CDs I brought to Vegas to be my exclusive listening, and ran down to the car, got I think it was Songs for Swingin' Lovers, and one, a couple of really good Frank albums, and brought them up, and like all these drunk and tripping BGP people start like dancing like you dance to Sinatra, not like you dance to lame '90s rock,
Wow.
and it was so
You probably saved some lives that night, Gary.
entirely possible.
Yeah.
And there was Sinatra's bed in the main bedroom, and all the women from the company wanted to pose on the bed with Bill.
Sure.
To-
Bill,
Totally hilarious.
get over here.
And then, I was working security at these shows. I did all kinds of different stuff for VGP, and I was working security at these shows. Uh, and so I said, Bill, tomorrow, intermission music at the Dead Show should be Sinatra. And Bill said, absolutely. And Bill had the head of security appoint me to the soundboard as my spot for the show. And so I brought Dan Healy my Sinatra CDs, and they played them in intermission, and
I kind of remember that, Gary.
everybody flipped out. People got up and started dancing in the audience like
Yes.
you did.
No,
Yeah,
Nino started singing.
not like this,
No,
but
no.
yeah,
People were swinging. I was
yeah,
really high.
yeah,
Nino was singing everything. No. Oh, Gary,
yeah.
you're going to make me cry.
Well, and dig this. Bob Brailov sampled the Sinatra, and
Totally.
if you listen carefully, whatever the Sunday show was from Vegas, 1991, you can find it on archive.org. Listen to Drums in Space. First of all, during Deal at that show, Bob Brailov had sampled the sound of slot machines paying off at the casino the night before. You'll hear like coins clinking. And then during Drums in Space, like just weaving very subtly in and out of the space, you'll hear, I've got you under my skin.
That's when Nino was living in Vegas, and I
Right,
flew to Vegas for those shows, and he was,
right.
so we were like it was ground zero for
Yeah,
Greg and Dougie and everybody.
yeah. So there's subliminal Sinatra going on in the space. And
I'm gonna call Bill in the middle. I'm gonna call Greg tonight and talk about it.
that was thanks to Danny Zelisko getting the Sinatra penthouse.
Well, I knew you'd have a story around that, Gary.
Pretty good one, huh?
Thank you.
Yeah, I know Danny Zelisko's got a book out, so we might have him on the radio show to talk about it at some point.
Who's on the show tomorrow?
Um, who is on the show tomorrow? I don't think we have any special guests tomorrow. I think it's just one
My
of our
brain just
freeform
got total. My brain melted there for a minute
because you got
because
the
I
whole
was
Sinatra
totally
thing.
there. I was like
Yep,
way there. And I
yep,
remember Nino, all of a sudden he was, and I'm like, what's going on, man? I'm a little, yeah.
yeah.
Well,
Two things happened during that intermission. People getting up and dancing to Sinatra at a Dead show,
yeah.
which was like the most triumphant moment of my life, and then an epic marshmallow fight. Somebody bought a huge bag of marshmallows for the express purpose of throwing at people.
Well, because you throw them up in the
Incredible.
air and then people start looking up and going, wow,
And
that's
batting them
right.
around and right, yeah. So there was a marshmallow war and Sinatra. Can't beat that.
There were a lot of balloons at that festival, at that concert.
The
What?
balloons that people bat around, or the balloons that get used other ways.
The
I don't know what you're talking about.
other kind,
Right,
the
right.
Glad bag.
Oh, the glass. Oh my God. Anyway, but I have no idea what you're talking about.
I don't know what I'm talking about. Well, but we had Peruvian food tonight
Lovely,
on College Avenue.
fantastic.
I'm trying to think. So, Gary, let's
Yes.
do a show this week, and
Hmm.
let's so next Saturday night. Do I have a gig next Saturday night? No.
No, Sunday.
Where should I do next week's Saturday night? Because I have a gig Friday night and Sunday night, so I'm off Saturday. So I'm thinking, where would you like me to do the show from in the East Bay?
Well, let me see. 8 o'clock Saturday night.
I mean, I could be at Mama's on Saturday morning, but
Yeah. Unfortunately, not Saturday. They closed. They're not open for dinner. Well, you can make the call.
well, let's think about it.
We'll talk. We'll kick some ideas around during the week.
Okay.
I wish Mexicali Rose was still in business. That would be.
Oh, I know. I was there the last week they were open.
I miss Mexicali Rose a lot.
That was always a good
Flint's.
Flint. We
Huh?
could go get barbecue.
Right. Flint's hasn't reopened yet, have they? No, I don't think so. Everett and Jones. You can do from Everett and
Well,
Jones.
but I haven't asked the question. What are you doing next Saturday night?
What choice do I have?
You have no choice.
I have
And
no
you know
choice.
what? You can't. You have no choice because the website's going up, magnets are happening, T-shirts are happening. So I know you're going to be, stepping out.
Yeah.
But even 5 minutes, 5 minutes during 11:11,
No,
we'll just do a quick show from now on into the world.
I'm fine. In answer to your question, next Saturday night, 11:11 with Jenna. So you don't have your applause machine or
I have
anything.
no applause.
This
Can
is
you
this is
applaud?
this
Can you
is
please
Yeah.
round up?
okay.
This is your round of applause right here.
Fantastic.
Gary's a slave to Jenna.
No, he's my
I,
buddy. And
it's
tomorrow,
not.
so
Yeah.
tomorrow morning,
Yes.
early morning is just going to be like in the backyard chilling.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow night is Musicians Square Table.
Right.
Melanie DeMore in the studio with
Oh man,
Jenna
Melanie
Mammina.
Demore live with Jen. Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh man, is that
Yeah.
cool?
Yeah.
Love
And
that.
then Monday morning we meander. Who knows who's going to show up? And then Monday night meditation.
Mm-hmm.
And then Tuesday morning, something else is going to happen. And then Tuesday night, Andy Rader, and I think because they had his daughter had her baby last week during the full moon, we probably will hook up on Tuesday night. And then Wednesday morning, I'm recording at Cookies. Yes. Melanie DeMore tomorrow night.
Incredible.
So I'll probably, oh no, I'll be home. I'll be on my way to recording. And then at the actual 11:11 hour, I'll be setting up at Cookies to record on Wednesday. And then Wednesday night, something else is happening. And then Thursday, something's happening. And Friday, Jen and the Charmers are playing.
Wow. What a week.
Like Bill Winokur just said, Saturdays wouldn't be right without Gary Lambert.
Well, I don't plan to miss one for a while at least.
And when you can't make it, I understand, but I know you'll come back around once the sunburn is. It's just like it's right there.
Yeah, I'll be getting the vinegar out and maybe a little olive oil and
Vinegar makes a huge difference when it
chop in
takes
some scallions.
It takes the heat.
Yeah, I'll just make a salad.
It cools
eventually.
off. Do you have an aloe plant?
I think I may have some aloe vera gel. I may have some. I've got to look.
Hey, Patty, how are you feeling? Patty had we were going to meet yesterday. Patty, we were in the worst traffic. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, getting to the airport yesterday was not, I'm glad we left early. Had we left about a half an hour later, we would have been screwed. I completely agree. Gary and Jenna, nothing better.
Aw.
Oh, one more Saturday night, the tequila edition. What are you drinking, Gary?
I didn't because of the preparation problems and the sunburn and everything.
I'm sorry. I tried to vamp.
Okay. It's okay. You vamped well. You vamped okay.
Yeah, I vamped so much that I lost the connection and I had to start over.
Yeah, I didn't even get so much as water for tonight, but that's okay because I had
Hey, you can share the show. Can you share the show? Share the show, everyone. Share the show.
Share the show.
Oh, negative. Patty's negative. Good, because she has a little bit of a cold going on. Julie Luce, am I going to see you next weekend? Come on, Julie. Get in the car and drive. Drive.
When's Gary coming west?
Remains to be seen. I'm probably tied up here for at least the next couple of months. Maybe sometime in the summer or toward the end of summer. I've got a lot of stuff to deal with here.
So what's happening Labor Day weekend? Is there a show Labor Day weekend?
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there will be somewhere. People
I'll
just.
be in New York.
Okay, we'll figure some. Well, if there isn't a show, there's Red Farm.
My cousin's getting married on I think on Saturday or Sunday.
Oh, cool. Oh, speaking of cousins, can I plug something?
No.
This book.
I want to thank you.
This book is actually by a cousin. A cousin by marriage. I guess is cousin-in-law a thing? She is married, Gina
I have
Hamaday.
about 90 of those.
Gina Hamaday, who's married to my cousin Jake.
Say their name again. I'm sorry.
Gina Hamaday, Hamadey is the author. She is married to my cousin Jake Bergman. And this is an amazing book because she endeavored to do this thing. The subtitle is How a Year of Gratitude Can Bring Joy and Meaning in a Disconnected World.
Yay.
It's a book about gratitude. Here's the amazing thing about it. It's like the perfect book for this past year, the
Right.
pandemic year. But this is something she did in 2019 with no anticipation of what was going to happen.
Well, she
She just
saw. She's like,
she she
she knew.
just she wrote a thank you note, not an email, not a text. She sat down and wrote and mailed a thank you note on each of the 365 days of 2019 to mentors of hers, to the doctor who delivered her kids, to old high school friends she hadn't seen in decades, to every day, for 365 days, she wrote and mailed a different thank you note. And then in December of 2019, each day of December, she wrote a thank you note to her husband, Jake,
Wow.
and, came up with a different reason to thank him. Uh, and then she documented the experience in this book. And it's really getting a lot. She's been on the Today Show, and she's been on Rachel Ray. She used to work for Rachel Ray.
How cool.
Gina's a food and travel writer, and she used to work for Food and Wine magazine. And she now this book is wonderful. It's like
Post a
incredible.
link.
Okay, I will.
Please post a link, and then if she's on Facebook, I'd love to have her on the show sometime.
That would be great. That would be great. Let
Yeah.
me look up the info, and I will post it as we talk. Vamp for a minute.
I'm trying to remember how Lucille Ball vamped for Tennessee Williams.
Ernie Ford. Oh, that
I
when she was
vamp you. That's
when she was the Wicked City woman. That was so funny.
Like, I want to vamp you, and he's like,
I like it.
Are you the Wicked City woman? I'm
Right.
a Wicked City woman, and I'm gonna vamp you. And she does this to his hair and vamps him.
And then he says, "Vamp me some more. I like it."
And she's like, vamp, vamp, vamp. Right.
Right. That was hilarious.
Wow. What a beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to read the book.
Okay. Well, I'm going to look up the info for it, and then I will post it.
Yeah. Where does she live?
She lives in Brooklyn. She's originally from Southern California somewhere, and she and my cousin Jake met at the University of Michigan, and fell in love and are madly in
Michigan State.
Okay, I know. Blood rivalry. I know. But
party on.
But she's a wonderful part of our family, and I adore her, and I'm so happy for her with this book. And so anyway, that's
how cool. I have this other book that years and years ago I bought it. It's 10,000 things to be. I think it's 10,000 things to be grateful about, and it's just a list that this woman made.
Right.
Yeah. Does she know Cher?
Oh my God. The screen just got so bright because I opened this window
that you got more sunburn.
I got more sunburn.
Hey Jay, no, I'm doing it from my phone right now. But Jay, right. Can we get together this week and talk, Jay? He's my Facebook guru. That cheeseburger thing, Jay, when you're playing piano is bomb shit, brother. Thank you. Yeah, that bright light makes your sunburn kind of enhanced.
Okay, well now the bright light is out. I am posting a link to Gina's book.
This is how I used to do my show. See tonight. Oh, good, Jay. Yeah. And I want your fiance, girlfriend, baby mama, girlfriend. Jay's gonna have a baby. Usually, if we wouldn't have been able to get on tonight, we could do this, Gary. Like I'd be holding my hand, and then I'd be like, "Oh, ow."
Right.
Ow.
It's well, will you have access to Zoom next week, or we'll prepare better.
Depends on where I am.
Right.
If I'm somewhere, probably not. I brought my laptop. I brought all my lights. It's all still in my suitcase.
All right.
We were picked up. Michael picked up Grace, Lillian, and I in the city today. And thank goodness he has a Tesla because we needed every piece of trunk space possible with our baggage. Because, we have a lot of baggage.
Don't we all? But
because after being off a plane for a year and a half, I didn't even know how to pack. I'm like, what the hell am I supposed to pack? Wait, but I really want to take this bowl with me because I like to make my salads in my bowl. So I had to pack
Plus,
this bowl.
plus
Plus,
that it's got bananas in it, so
I
that's
needed a plethora of bananas with me, so I had to have this bowl so I could have bananas.
You
So I
call
could
that
have
a
my
plethora?
Meyer lemon so I could drink
You
it with my tequila.
That ain't no plethora of bananas. That's a normal.
This is normal size. Well, I
Yeah.
learned something tonight about Michael. Michael also goes by the name Monkey because he obviously eats a shit ton of bananas. But no, I had to bring. I brought this bowl with me. I'm like, I have to have my bowl for salad.
That's pretty impressive. That's
The balloon, Patty, the balloon is going to be still up on my ceiling when I get back in 5 weeks. Because you know what? It might be 6 or 7 weeks, or it might be 8 weeks. Who knows at this point?
really it's looking like this could be like a major a residency rather than a little jaunt. Yeah.
This is where Grace is sleeping.
She's enjoying my rocking chair.
Grace is meditating.
As Sheriff Bart says in Blazing Saddles, always like to keep my audience riveted.
Riveted. Exactly. That was one of my dad's favorite movies.
Well, funny you should mention it because my cousin Jake's father, Andrew Bergman, wrote Blazing Saddles with Mel Brooks.
Way,
Yes, yeah. Blazing Saddles.
Ooh, now, if I had my sound effects on.
Now, if you know of the screenwriter and director Andrew Bergman, also wrote did The Freshman with Matthew Broderick and Marlon Brando, and The In-Laws with Peter Falk and Alan Arkin. Don't ever watch The In-Laws with Michael Douglas and Albert Brooks because it's a travesty. It's a remake of the original In-Laws.
The original.
The In-Laws from 1979 is one of the funniest movies ever made.
Oh, that's funny. But the In-Laws, I was thinking of that other movie. Never mind. Yeah,
Okay.
They will find that balloon will be around. Yeah, Patty, that balloon's not going anywhere.
Yeah. So my cousin Andy.
I think Michael's gone.
Yep. My cup. It's catching. My
It's the tequila. Drink some tequila.
My cousin Andy graduated from college, then went to the University of Wisconsin
Yay!
For his doctorate.
Is that where you went to school?
Me?
Alma
No.
mater.
Oh, he went to school at University of
You went to UW?
They
Yeah,
have
that's
really good ice cream there.
Badger,
Well,
cheesehead, all the rest.
Great ice cream.
Well, my cousin Andy went to the University of Wisconsin, thinking he was going to be maybe an American history professor. He wrote his thesis about American films during the Depression. Very good, which got published as a book later called We're in the Money.
I was a history major.
Yeah, well, you would have been one of his students if he had actually carried through this.
What was his name?
Andrew Bergman, but he never taught there. This is like 50 years ago. Like 50 years ago, he got his doctorate from.
That's before my time.
Yeah, so he gets out of grad school, and while he's thinking of looking around for a teaching position somewhere, he gets like a summer job at a movie studio. Was it a movie studio or like a talent agent's office or something like that? And he decides he's going to write a screenplay. And he comes up with this screenplay idea, which was originally called Tex X, because it was in the time of Malcolm X and all that. So Tex X was going to be this hip black sheriff in the Old West. And so he wrote it. You remember in Blazing Saddles how Bart comes upon Count Basie and his orchestra playing?
Yeah.
In Andy's original,
my dad's favorite movie. I've seen the movie like 30 times.
I've probably seen it 100 because it's family.
Maybe I've seen it 130. I can't remember.
But he when Bart comes upon Count Basie in the desert, in Andy's original script, he came upon Pharaoh Sanders. which I thought was the coolest thing ever. Because Andy and I actually, the first time I ever saw Pharoah Sanders was at the Vanguard with my cousin Andy. We both were like
Wow.
crazy about Pharoah. So he wanted to work Pharoah. But anyway, Warner Brothers buys his original story, and then they say, you know, we think Mel Brooks should direct this. And Andy says, "Oh my God, one of my absolute personal icons, is going to direct this movie."
That's
And
craziness.
now Andy sort of had to give up the original, like his original story was kind of more of a subversively hip. It was more like an indie film, like those kinds of films that came out in the late 60s and early 70s that were like kind of edgy. And Mel Brooks was just going to make a completely wacky movie about it, but with the basic theme of this hip sheriff confronting racism in the Old West. So so Mel Brooks says, "Yeah, I'll do this movie, but I want to write it like we used to write the Sid Caesar Show, with a room full of crazy people, all contributing ideas at once." And he says, "I'll hire this kid Bergman to co-write it." And then they hired a really good comedy writer named Norman Steinberg and another guy named Alan Euger and Richard Pryor.
No way.
Richard Pryor, if you look at the credits of Blazing Saddles.
He's a writer of Blazing Saddles?
Yeah, yeah. Well, they were originally talking about Richard playing Bart in the movie, but Warner Brothers was a little scared of Richard because he was like, at the time he had been like, blackballed. He'd been blackballed from Las Vegas for like running through the casino naked. He was kind of a loose cannon, Richard Pryor, as he was for much of his life. But so he wrote the movie, and then he didn't get the part, and they hired Cleavon Little, who was fantastic in it, probably better suited to the part than Richard, because Richard is so subversive that.
Oh, I love him in the movie.
Yeah, Cleavon was incredible, and so that's Blazing Saddles is like a deep thing of familial pride to me, because it was
Oh, I never knew
created
that. Oh,
created
yeah. My
by
dad quoted from that movie. He
oh
thought William thinks that Pharoah Sanders would have been funnier.
not to the
Pharoah
moment.
wasn't funny. Pharoah was like,
Yeah, yeah. I mean, in the original script, it was like Pharaoh's like sort of this mad prophet in the desert, just playing
because
insane,
he is a prophet. He was
He
total
is.
prophet.
Yeah, but having Bart ride through the desert with his Gucci saddlebag and running into the Basie band is like such a great moment. You can't top that.
So back
yeah,
to the banana.
back to the banana. Oh yeah, I'm sorry, that was a digression from the banana.
We've
Because
discussed this
yes,
before, but do you
yeah,
know that you can the banana can naturally be divided into 3 pieces?
yes, yes.
Not many people know that, Gary.
Well, I don't think that many. I'll bet many people don't even think they need to know it.
But that's it. Like there
Yeah,
it is. 3
yeah,
pieces.
yeah.
1. My tequila's gone again.
You
Hello.
can savor it if you eat it.
Um,
Individual
see,
segments.
had I known bananas were going to be so integral to tonight's show, I would have whipped up the Ron Carter. But
Well, who knew we were going to be at Michael? I didn't know. We were having dinner, and then he said, "You got like 17 minutes to do your show," and I'm like, "I got to go plug in because I don't even know what." Well, and you
yes,
knew it was a total surprise.
this was probably our most technically challenged version of a lot.
No.
Well, no, I mean there were the old days, the old school. I
Back in
in
2020, dude, when my hands would become
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
In recent memory, since we became the
yeah,
well-oiled machine we
yeah.
are, this had its setbacks, and yet,
I'm happy. I'm trying to be spontaneous and not be
well,
like,
no,
no, I need to be home by 8:09
no,
so I can do
I,
this. I'm like, whatever.
I,
Where do I
I
plug in? And then
no,
I was
yeah,
a little bit nervous. I'm like, wait, I lost power, and he had like 9 things plugged into one
yeah, and
thing.
I
And
see
I'm
the
like,
thing is
no,
like
you plug it directly
yeah,
into the wall.
yeah, and I was Bluetoothed into the computer already,
I'm
so
sorry.
I don't even think of apologizing. It's all part of the process. It's jazz.
Madeline Kahn, totally.
Lily von Stupp. Willkommen, bienvenue, welcome, come on in. I probably know the movie by heart. You want to hear the lot. I mean, Mel Brooks got almost everything into that movie. Like Warner Brothers like sent back the script, said this can't be in, this can't be in, this can't be in, and Mel said yes it will be, yes it will be, yes it will be. So my earbud just fell out.
Uh-oh.
Hold on.
Grace lost her earbud in the plane yesterday.
How far? What I have to figure out.
I had a story to tell you. So
Okay.
when I was flying to Guatemala, I had my phone,
Mm-hmm.
and then we got there, and I didn't. And we were in like row 3. Found my phone at the back of the plane.
Mm-hmm.
When they took off, my phone all the way to the back.
Wow. Oh, because the tilt of the plane.
Dangerous, yeah. Hold
Yeah,
on
sure.
to your stuff, man, because it'll just fly to the back of the plane.
I always try to hold on to my stuff at all
It takes
times.
me a while to eat a whole banana.
Yeah. So the line that Mel Brooks could not get past the censors, when he got everything else in. I mean,
Shit.
they wanted to cut out the farting scene. They wanted to cut out Mongo punching the horse. They wanted to,
Well, because they should that. Now, you see, you took me there. The punching, that's not cool.
well, Mongo is not supposed to be a cool character. Mongo is, until Bart gains his respect, and then Mongo only pawn in Game of Life, but Mongo Mongo punch. Of course, it was a stunt horse. The stunt was not no horse was injured in the making of the film. But the scene where Bart visits Lily von Stupp in her dressing room, um, it ends with the lights out, and she says, tell me, Schatzi, is it true how you people are gifted? And you hear the zipper. And
Yeah.
she says, ah, it's true, it's true, it's true. That's where the scene ends, right? The line that Mel wrote that was not saying is Bart saying, I hate to tell you this, but you're sucking my arm.
Oh,
And he
man.
couldn't get away with that one. So it just ends with, it's true, it's true, it's
It's
true.
true. It's true.
Right.
Yeah, everyone's going to go watch it now. You already
So
downloaded something, right?
No, I was wondering if you remember the Madeline Kahn Roland Hay line, but that was
No,
Young,
that's
that
Terry
was Young
Garr.
Frankenstein, and I was
No
and
tongue, no tongue, no tongue. The hair, the hair, the hair,
Right.
the hair.
It's
No
actually it's Terry Garr who sings "Hold, hold, hold in the hay," which totally kills me every time. Oh God, and Madeline Kahn and Cloris Leachman, Frau Blucher. So incredible. He was my boyfriend. I mean, I can quote several Mel Brooks movies verbatim.
You
Probably the
got it.
producers, Blazing Saddles, and Young Frankenstein. I can recite from memory.
Yeah, go watch it tonight, you guys. You could probably find it. Where would you find that right now?
I think probably Amazon or Netflix or one of them has it. Yeah.
you should watch that.
See, I'm balancing this on a fruit plate right now. Oh, Carl owns it. Of course you do, Carl.
I have it. I have it on DVD, of course. Yeah. Yeah. No, it's right up there with the funniest movies ever made. And I don't just say that because of the cousin connection. It's just,
That's so cool.
yeah. No, very proud of it. I mean, we went to the New York. It wasn't the premiere. It was like it was like a preview screening for family and friends, and just you know, from the open, from the moment you hear the title song with Frankie Lane and the Whips.
Do you know that
Like,
Frankie Lane's my cousin?
this is a very cousin themed show. I got the
He's
cousin.
my cousin on my
I
dad's
got the
side.
cousin with the book. I got the cousin who wrote Blazing Saddles. Frankie Lane was
my
your.
cousin.
Oh my God! Well, that was so inspired. That song, just the quality of the parody of the cowboy movie theme and the cracking whips every 5 seconds is just the first
I
when the
think
first.
that's one of the things that my dad, why he liked that movie, because Frankie was Frankie Lane's music. Wow, look
That's
at all
so
this
cool.
alcohol in this joint. I just opened up a cupboard and there's looks like a bar in there.
It is
Man.
a bar. That's my bar.
There's your bar. Now I know, I'm only down the street. What's so weird, you guys, is I'm staying in a house that I used to live in. And yeah, Tim Spitale is your cousin. Tim and I were supposed to get together last week, and we never. I had to not be able to make it happen. But I'm staying in a house. You're sucking my arm. Um, I'm staying in a house I used to live in that's now an Airbnb, so it's all like, staged and stuff. Really interesting.
What?
Really interesting. Because I
Yeah,
came back, but
yeah.
it's like there's a Peloton in the TV room, and I'm like, there wasn't a Peloton when I lived here. So now I have to start Pelotoning tomorrow after brunch and farmer's market. Tomorrow's Sunday, brunch, farmer's market. I'm supposed to do something else tomorrow. I can't remember what.
I think the local farmers market in the park near me is opening, if not this weekend, next weekend. So I'm excited about that.
Nice. I almost went. I was in Potrero Hill. I
Hmm.
spent the night in Potrero Hill. I was going to
Yeah.
go to the farmer's market at what do you call it? Down by the water in San Francisco.
Ferry building?
The ferry building today,
Oh yeah.
but I figured
That
next week.
they've got a good farmers market there. I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Eddie Dixon in the house. If you've never heard, hey Eddie Dixon, will you come be on my show this week? No, we're not taking a nap right now. Not.
I took
Nap.
one.
Eddie Dixon, I want you to come back to the show. He's so great, great singer-songwriter. We met. Eddie Dixon introduced me to Elvis Costello. Like, not like here, Jenna, listen to this music, but Jenna Mammina,
Visit,
Elvis
meet
Costello, and
meet
he
Elvis
kissed my
Costello.
hand.
Elvis can be very charming.
Eddie used to be the manager at Tower Records in Chicago,
Oh, cool.
and he's on the show tonight.
Very
So
nice.
he's been on the show a few times. Eddie, come back.
Boy,
Come
Tower
back.
Records. When I first came to San Francisco and saw the Tower Records at Columbus and Bay,
Oh,
we had some good record stores in New York back then, but nothing prepared me for a record store like that. That was really Tower in its time was so amazing.
Eddie, how long did you work at Tower Records? Yeah, Cyndi Lauper, she's a sweetheart. Cyndi Lauper and one of my best friends in Mendocino County wrote songs together.
Who's that?
Oh, she's this woman that she's really shy. I'm not going to name her
Okay.
who it is,
Okay,
but
that's fine.
she lives up in Willits and writes songs.
Good for her.
But she kind of lays under the radar.
Not a bad decision at all in
But the
life.
Tower Records in Chicago, like in Lincoln Park, that was a cool one too.
Yeah.
7 years. He worked at Tower Records for 7 years.
Hmm. Yeah, well, the two, the big ones in New York, the Upper West Side and the Village I mean, the Village store
Life
had,
changing.
yeah, the Village Tower Records had maybe the best jazz buyers of any big, chain record store I ever saw. And the
Yeah, that's
class,
where he worked.
yeah,
Clark and Belden.
Clark and Belden. I think I went to that tower when I was in Chicago, when Tower was still a thing.
There's a lot of Chicago energy on tonight's show.
A lot of Chicago energy, some New York energy, some Oakland energy, some
510 in the house. Can you believe
some unexpected University of Wisconsin energy.
Who knew?
Yeah.
And there's always Canada. Oh, Canada. Oh, Canada. That's true.
Well, the song you're singing is not "Oh Canada," but "Blame Canada"
I met my musical
from the
buddy
South Park
Adam
movie.
when he got hired. Wait, what?
You were just singing, well,
I
"Oh,"
know.
you were singing "Blame Canada." I mean, the melody was "Blame Canada," but "Oh Canada" is
Oh,
the
Canada.
national anthem.
Well, because it's a spoof on Oh, Canada.
Yes, but "Blame Canada" is such a great song.
It is a
I
great song.
I don't blame Canada, by the way, for anything, but I love that song.
Yeah, our home and native land in Chicago for sure.
Hmm.
We've hung out in Chicago a couple times, Gary Lambert.
Memorably. I hope we can do it again, say in the summer of 22.
Do you think?
Oh, they'll tour next year, for sure. They will tour.
Any thoughts on Jazz Fest? Any have they?
Haven't heard any announcements of lineup yet. They're planning to do it.
They are planning this year? No, I know, but I mean, are the Dead is that happening?
Oh no, I'm not. I don't think they're going to do it.
We can start a rumor right now.
Well, rumors are cheap. You can
Hey,
always start a
by the
rumor.
way, everybody, are all of you sharing the show right now? Because you can. Just so you know that you can share the show right now. There's my
We can
plug.
share bananas. We can share the show.
And the tequila too.
Hmm.
And I have a Venmo page, and I have a PayPal page, and I have a Patreon page. And if you see me on the street and you have a bottle of tequila,
Wow, the bottomless cup of tequila,
the
apparently.
never-ending bottle of
Hmm.
tequila. Jenna's in town.
Hmm.
You shared it 2 times. Patty is she's the sharer of the sharers.
Hmm.
Share the show. Share it on your page, Gary. Make us proud. There is this really cute little that didn't end up working in the show tonight. Little tripod.
Well,
Instead, I'm balancing on bananas.
that's what I'm. That's. I managed to set up my tripod on the fly while we were
Hand me
recovering from
money
our.
on the street, brother. Here's a
Yep.
50. Here's 100.
Yep.
Right, Eddie Dixon? But Eddie, you need to come back on the show. Eddie. Hey, Eddie, what are you doing Thursday night? I have my own water. I always bring, my own waiter. Oh, yeah, it's Michael. It's Monkey. Apparently, he's got a nickname, Monkey. I didn't know that.
See, you're gonna get spoiled when you get back to Michigan, and there's no, there's no,
I'll be like, hello, where's my
right,
tequila?
right,
For?
yeah, and Mama Grace ain't gonna have you, like.
I've never had this tequila, too. It's good. Dos.
Well, I would love to.
Tequila, por favor.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Eddie Dixon just said Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan. I don't know why, but I love Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan.
Eddie Dixon's the bomb shit, you guys.
Man,
If you have not heard Eddie Dixon, Eddie, can you post a link to something that you've not, and your photographs are cool, but something that you've done musically lately? He's the bomb shit.
Where's Eddie?
Eddie's in Mississippi, Mississippi. But Eddie, Thursday night, come be my guest on the show.
one of the most ecstatic shows I ever saw was Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan at the Greek in Berkeley. So phenomenally great.
When was
Were you at that show?
No.
Oh man.
Were you?
I think it was probably about 1996, I'm guessing, or maybe late 95.
I was living in New York then or something.
I went to
Were you?
He was in Wisconsin. I was in New York. I don't know.
Well, no, you were, because 95.
96, well, I was going, that's when I was going back and forth all the time.
Yeah, because 95 was when we did That Thing Is the Great American, that thing.
With that,
Yeah, that thing.
So, yeah, I was in New York in 96, 97.
Yeah, right, because you were doing that other
Was
version
it
of that thing.
95?
It was supposed to be August of 95, and we know what happened to prevent it, and then it was November
So we
of
did
95.
it Thanksgiving of 95.
Right, yeah. Speaking of Thanksgiving, I Want to Thank You by Gina Hermitage.
I want to thank you. Oh, good. Eddie Dixon Bandcamp. Check them out, you guys.
Cool.
Toss
Will
in
do.
money.
Will
That's
do.
for sure. So let's think of somewhere else. Let's think about it right now. Let's seriously think. Where should I be next Saturday night at this time?
Let's communicate during the week.
Oh, come on. All right.
I mean, I can't, it's, I don't know what's open in Oakland when, anymore. I haven't lived there in a
I don't
long
know
time.
anything. I didn't even
Yeah.
know I was going out to dinner tonight. I went into a restaurant, like not outside.
Well,
Inside, outside, there's all these things like built on
Yeah.
the street.
Yeah.
And we go sit, and I'm like this. Yeah, this is great.
Yeah, I mean, you'll have to figure out a place that's hospitable to doing something like this without a lot of noise and distraction and,
Do you know that I've never been to Alcatraz? Have you been to Alcatraz?
I've never been to Alcatraz. All those years I lived there.
Long time ago.
One of my good friends grew up on Alcatraz, and she
Wow.
writes books about living on Alcatraz, and she sits out there and sells her books. Never been.
Never been, I thought they might not let me leave, so I just didn't want to go. They'd find
tomorrow
something in my
night-
path.
Yoshi's is open? It's open?
Yeah, I heard it's open.
I'm not
Limited admission at Yoshi's they're
going. I'm
doing.
not going inside anywhere. I'm
Well,
sorry.
it's starting to feel safer to me, but I'm not quite, you
I'm not going
know.
anywhere.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm still, I'm like, all right.
I'm thinking I might be ready to go to one of Michael Dorf's, things, one of his
Well,
limited
yeah,
admission
he
things.
chopped a lot of wood today.
Yeah,
He did.
yeah.
He chopped a lot of wood. Chopped wood, carry water. That's a good book. Yoshi's is open? Wow.
Has anyone good played there since
No,
they reopened?
Melanie said it too.
No
Yeah,
playing,
Yoshi's.
just the restaurants open.
Oh,
Oh,
just the
the rest.
restaurant is up. Oh, yeah, I mean, I'd go for music, but
No, but I do like Jack London Square's farmers market.
yeah, sure. I love Jack London Square in general.
You were the only one at the gig with a mask on tonight. Yeah, dude, I love my masks. I wear
Yeah,
my mask. Proud.
I,
I
wa-
have
I,
bomb shit masks.
You know,
I,
walking.
I,
No. Michael Dorf is from Milwaukee.
yeah, yeah. Him and Bob
That,
and Bob Appel, the two guys who opened the Knitting
Bob
Factory with.
Appel.
They grew up
Yeah.
with my nephew. They're buddies.
Wow, how cool. Um, yeah. I wore my appropriately to the botanical garden. I wore my Monet water lilies mask.
Well, Mississippi's been no masks for like a year now, right?
Crazy, crazy.
Cheers. Eddie's been doing gigs since like last March.
Wow.
What are you gonna do? Yeah,
Yeah.
I've never visited Alcatraz, and
Yeah.
I kind of been on a cable car once.
I mean, I've ridden cable cars a bunch of times.
I like to walk.
Well, yeah, but
Okay, so Labor Day weekend, if you're around.
well, I'll be around. I don't imagine I won't
Anybody
be
else
around.
want to meet in New York and on Labor Day
Yes,
weekend?
yes.
Labor Day weekend?
I want you to get a couple of get some gigs so you can go a couple weeks earlier because I'm going to be there a
Red
couple
Farm.
Red Farm,
Farm.
Gary,
Red Farm is on.
you should moonlight as a promoter and get Jenna a few gigs.
At this
Hey,
moment
could-
in, go ahead.
Could Rolf and I come and play Crazy Fingers on your show?
I'd have to
Do
find
you guys
out because
done any music at all on the show, like live?
they're very, I'm not going to badmouth my employers, but they're the thing about trying to do live music in the studio uh, is because we're on Sundays, they're not, I don't know if they'd let me. I mean, we'll have to see whether when the building becomes repopulated and all
But
that.
have you ever had live performances on your show?
I think once or twice, very early on. We had Bill Kreutzmann
Yeah.
in one of his lineups in there. That I mean, if it's someone from the Grateful Dead, they're not going to say no.
Well, of course.
But if it's not someone from the Grateful Dead, they might balk. Because they're very, they're kind of conservative in there.
Conservative.
Well, in terms of
I understand.
taking any chances
I've
with the
listened to your
format.
show quite a bit in the past, and I couldn't remember if I'd ever seen any or heard any live music on the show.
Yeah, I think maybe 2 or 3 times, and it was pretty early in the history of the show.
House concerts.
So no guest tomorrow?
Tomorrow is, I think, just listener driven. Yeah, I can't remember for sure. We're gonna have Mark.
Driven.
We're gonna have Mark Karen on.
Oh,
from
Mark. Hi, Mark.
Yeah, he's gonna be on a week from tomorrow, on the 9th. Yeah, haven't talked to him in a long time, so that'll be fun.
That'll be fun. Do you have what do you call it in your car? What's it called?
Sirius XM.
XM TV, Sirius XM. He has a what is it?
I just got a Tesla.
He has a Tesla, so you can
A
kind of
3.
listen to everything in the car.
Very cool.
Oh, it's like crazy nice library, but I'm just learning what it's all about.
Yeah.
Well, I need to go for a walk with my dog.
Okay. Well, I need to put vinegar on my face.
You do. It's a game changer. You do vinegar,
Yeah.
then you put sunscreen on it, and it'll be like
No,
totally cool off.
as I said, it looks worse. I mean, it's not painful. It's
It
it's
looks kind of painful, brother.
well, I would feel it if it was painful.
probably doesn't feel painful, but tonight when you're on the sheet, on the pillow, you're gonna go,
Yep.
ow.
Well, it was there when I was taking my nap, and I didn't even realize it till I looked in the mirror. So, you know, so much for that theory. Anyway,
Don't look in the mirror. That's what I do. Just
that was
don't
the
look in the
problem.
mirror.
I just wanted to like touch up the hair a little bit, and then I wound up having to put on the hat because the paleness up here, and it just
It's a good hat, though.
it's a fine hat.
Hey, Rob Morocco's watching the show.
Hey, Rob Morocco. I can't really type comments and stuff. I can't join in the visual fun so much in the typing is because of the way things are set up. But so let's come up with ideas for next Saturday as far as where you're
All
going to
right.
be, and let's also come up with ideas about what the format's going to be as far as the technical
Format, like a real
Well,
format?
no, just the technical end of things, like how I will be
Oh, okay.
communicating with you.
Well, it might be like this.
If it's like this and I'm ready for it to be like this, I'll be just fine.
Let's just be ready for it like this.
Okay.
And then we'll figure it out.
We always figure it out.
Is Rob drinking? Rob, are you drinking? He's probably drinking some cocktail with Nutella in it.
It's fine with me. You know how I feel about that bourbon.
Nutella teeny.
That
Nutella
bourbon.
teeny.
That Bourbon Street Shake at the Brooklyn Bowl.
Oh, the Bourbon Street Shake.
Mhm.
I'm more of I like the stout shake action.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Rob's gonna make a commercial for next week. Okay, we'll work on it.
Okay.
We'll figure out
It's really funny. I didn't know about the Bourbon Street Shake at the time, but there's a joke about bourbon in a milkshake in Pulp Fiction.
I
Where
can remember that.
when Vincent and Mia go to Jack Rabbit Slim, win the twist contest,
Sure.
and she orders a $5 milkshake, which of course now is probably about the real price of a milkshake. But he's like saying, yeah, $5 for a milkshake. That doesn't have bourbon in it, does it? And the waiter says, no. It's like, must be one hell of a milkshake. So yeah.
There's a whole Nutella. Do you like Nutella?
Yeah, how do you remember this shit, Gary?
I know, there are certain movies that I have seen many times. Pulp Fiction is another of them.
I think I like this format. Like when I have a guest on.
Yeah,
that
a
they're,
Kibitzer.
In the background.
in the background here, like
Especially when we put Mama Grace to sleep, you need some backup.
No, she's not asleep. She's right there.
Mama Grace is on my famous rocking chair.
Mama Grace just goes, "You've been on for a very long time."
We really have. I mean, well, it took us a little while to get started after all. So. There was a lot of vamping involved early on. But yeah, take Lillian for a walk. Lillian's going for a walk in Oakland. How cool is that?
She's going for a walk in Rockridge.
This is the first and only show at my house. It has to be legendary.
And now that I think of it, Rockridge is the name of the town in Blazing Saddles. So it all comes together.
Oh my God!
There was a peaceful town called Rockridge. So, it's this show is like, you couldn't have written this show as well as we.
As we say, it's the sheriff.
I'm gonna start.
Yeah. This should be this. We should incorporate bananas into the show on a regular basis. Maybe we'll get like a Chiquita sponsorship or something.
Please, why not?
Mm-hmm.
I could wear a hat.
Do the Carmen Miranda thing, yeah.
Well, if Shauna was around, maybe on Tuesday night we'll do a Carmen Miranda thing because Shauna. That's how I met Shauna. Andy Rader and Shauna. Andy was Gandhi and Shauna was Carmen Miranda and I was Mona Lisa. That's when we met. Yeah, Rockridge is now immortal.
Yep. Well,
Yes.
I think
Gary.
Between the
done.
cousins and the Rockridge. That's your site.
You guys, the bananas did it. It has nothing to do with the tequila. It's all about the bananas. They slid.
Oh, see?
The lemon peel. It was the banana peel and the lemon peel. That's what happened tonight.
Slipped. The phone slipped under the banana peel.
It was. I had everything perfect, and I was just like having a great time. And these lemon peels and the banana peel slipped. So.
Where's Gary?
I think he's had it.
He's had it. He's fed up.
He's had it
He's
for
had
the
enough
night.
of bananas.
Grace is like, are we going home soon? Because I've had it too. It wasn't meant to be funny, but I'm glad it was funny. But really, like once you have this is what was holding up the phone, and it slipped.
So much for technology.
Yeah, because this did nothing. This tripod, this $30 tripod from Best Buy, nothing.
We went old school and it didn't work.
I'm gonna take a moment and call Gary, and I want to just thank you guys all for being here tonight, and thank you to my first Oakland guest and Mama Grace. We're gonna go take Lillian for a walk and get ready for tomorrow's show. Wow! And tomorrow night, Musician Square Table with Melanie DeMore. Good night
From Oakland at home.
from Oakland. So now let's see if I can balance it on this banana and this lemon. You don't believe me. It's all about the balance. It's not
It ain't gonna
balanced.
work.
Okay.
You got it.
Mama, give me a letter.
Your kids are really cute.
Oh, they're super cute. You have a letter, Mama?
B.
B. Be good. Be nice. And be full of heart. Huge hug. Yeah, they're really cute.
They are.
Say goodnight, Gracie.
Night, guys.
Good night.
Good night. Love hard. Really hard. See ya.